Namaste, brother. Namaste.
Dímelo, mi gente. Bienvenidos una vez más a tu podcast de deporte favorito. Esto es Sportstalkpr Podcast. Y hoy continuamos Season 2, episodio 3 de lo que es Acceso VIP, ¿verdad? Nuestra serie cuando hablamos con diferentes atletas, ¿verdad? Que nosotros, ¿verdad? Tenemos la dicha de conocerlos. Tenemos aquí el estudio para hablar un poco de su carrera y de lo que está sucediendo por ahí. Y ustedes saben que yo no hago esto solo. Yo ando con el mío, ando con Christopher Suárez. Háblame, Chris, ¿qué es lo que hay?
Bueno, otro episodio, Eddie, yo creo que otro más. Sacado del parque, brother. Tuvimos a George Condit la vez anterior. Centro de nuestra selección nacional. Y seguimos con los centros. Eddie.
Bueno, es que hoy, es que este año fue un Big Man League. So, había que traer otro de los Big Men aquí, que la rompió bien duro este año, antes de presentarles a ustedes al caballete que anda con nosotros. Ustedes saben que estamos en nuestra casa, estamos en Webnético Studio en Guaynabo. Si quieres llevar tu contenido al próximo nivel, contacta a la gente de Webnético. Y si eres gamer, trabajas desde tu casa y necesitas siempre tener el mejor internet, contacta a la gente de Aeronet, que mira, estamos nosotros aquí, Powered by los mejores. Ahora sí, el invitado de nosotros. Él es, ¿cómo te digo? Hombre pasivo, ¿sabes? Hombre que hace yoga, campeón de BSN, internacional. Le podemos decir hasta Mr. Worldwide si queremos. Mr. Worldwide.
Yes, sir.
El campeón directamente de los Criollos de Caguas, Akil Mitchell.
Let's go.
Dímelo, Akil, what's going on?
Hey, I like Mr. Worldwide, man.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's very cool. I like that, man.
It's everywhere. You've been everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
So I think the name fits.
A lot of frequent flyer miles.
If they do a nickname jersey, I already
Fire.
got you right there.
Fire. That would
So,
be
John
fire.
Herrero, papi, hey,
Nickname jersey.
nickname jersey para los Criollos de Caguas. That's what we're going with. Thank you for taking from your time, man.
Thank
you know,
you, brother.
I know that we mentioned this a while ago. You know, we wanted to get this going, to have you here on the podcast. You know, the first ever. Were we the first Spanish or first full
Yeah.
Spanish interview
Yeah.
that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
So-
Working
so-
at it for years.
So the interesting story about that, para los que no sepan, ¿verdad? De esa historia, yo llego a un juego de Guaynabo, si no me equivoco, era de Guaynabo. Yo llego al juego, aquí nos saluda. Tú empezaste con el chiste, porque fue de una conferencia de prensa. Tú hablas español, va. Aquí él me dice, si yo hago 20 y 10 hoy, entrevista en español completa. Yo le dije, bet, vamos a hacerlo. 24 y 11, algo así.
4 y 11, algo
Yeah,
así.
something
No
like that. It was
recuerdo.
something like that. But hicimos la entrevista en español súper brutal. Todo el mundo, hey, aquí le habla español. Like, what the hell, what's this? Like, but you've been practicing your Spanish and it sounds
Estaba
really good.
practicando, hermano. Soy panameño y en mi sangre de verdad. Y ahora soy boricua. So, yo vivo aquí, necesito hablar en español. Pero esta entrevista es en inglés. Yeah.
Yeah. Sí, vamos más tranquilo.
Yeah, más
Low
tranquilo. Es mi, es mi vacaciones. So.
Ahí está.
I'm chilling, bro.
I like it.
That's good.
Mira,
That's enough Spanish. That's
Sí.
good.
Plus, you be speaking Spanish everywhere you go, regardless.
Man,
So
everywhere. So.
I wanted to start, like, you've been here 3 years, right? You first year in Macau, and then back 2 years now with Caguas. How did you hear about the BSN? Like, how did that come to to your life?
I mean, BSN is, I didn't know a lot about it, to be honest. Flor Melendez was one of the first guys that called me. And he had been my national team coach in Panama. And then we had, Panama, we were talking about it before the pod started. Like, Panama always has a player here. Tony Bishop had played here. Trevor Gaskins, another one of my teammates, Michael Higgs. So there's always players here from Panama who, always talk very highly about it. But my mind at the time I was focused on Europe, so it just didn't work. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm going to Europe, I come home, I get a few months of break, and that's it for me. Like, I don't want to play in the summers, but it just broke perfectly where I was coming off of a really good season in Greece. you know, I felt like I wanted to keep playing. Felt like, you know, I wanted to keep going, and you know, Floor called me again and was like, "Pull up." So here
That's
I am.
it.
And I'm never leaving this.
That's nice.
Yeah, man, I love
think,
it.
You know, does it make sense that, you know, when you go to play in Europe or Asia, the leagues usually start in September, and then they go all the way through to maybe March, February, April, whatever, and then essentially the BSN sort of starts there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for you in terms of, you know, being able to play maybe 2 times a year, 2 different leagues a year?
I would prefer if Europe did that, where they're finished in maybe February or March. But Europe, a lot of times, isn't done. If you're playing at a high level, like, you know, if I go back to Europe, I would be, you're not finished until May or June. Which honestly, even, you know, I'm sure we'll talk about it, but I'm going to Japan. We don't finish until like May.
Wow.
So it's going to be a long season. But I had to change my mindset too to like I'm capable of playing year round, and so this season was 4 years straight of no real off season, just straight, you know, back to back seasons, which I'm cool with. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But a lot of players don't think that, and honestly, you probably shouldn't. You need some off season.
Yeah.
You need some time off. I heard the interview you guys did with George. Yeah, he was talking about like, man, I played 3 straight years, like
nonstop.
Yeah, people don't understand that, like, you know, even if you work at Wendy's, you get a break sometimes.
You
like,
need some days off, man.
It's difficult.
I know some people be like, "There's no days off." Like, you need a day off.
You need a day off sometimes, brother. You need a
like
day
people
off.
sometimes don't, you know, fans sometimes don't understand. You guys are playing here, then from here you're going to another league, or maybe you're representing your country in a qualifying window or whatever tournaments out there, and you guys just keep playing all the time. And you don't really get like a month off or something like that. You know, and then people have expectations on you, and you know, it's tough, but you know, the grind that you guys go through, you know, physically, mentally, you know, you're here playing basketball, and then you're going to another league and stuff like that. It's for sure it's tough. But then you got here. You got here. What do you think about the league? You've been here 3 years. What do you think about the league, the players, the competition, the environment?
I've seen it grow. I've seen it grow in the last 3 years, which is a lot of fun to be a part of. You know, the days in Humacao were strange. They were pretty strange for me personally at the time. And then I feel like I've grown as a man a whole lot too, to come here, and the growth that I've done, you know, off the court, on the court with Will, with Travis. Those are my brothers now. So I've gotten family here. I've grown as a man. And I've seen the league, like you guys have talked about in depth in this podcast. I've seen the league get better year after year, not only with the imports that they're bringing in, but with the, you know, the native guys. You know, Kuko is a great example of that, who has gotten better, you know, year after season after season. Iram, Huertas, you know, CP, like these guys have put in the work, and you see it. The product is better. Fans love the game. They enjoy watching it, and even worldwide, right? Like, people who didn't know a thing about BSN when I came here to play are now calling me like, yo, this player's in this league. Like, yo, you facing this match? Like, I got to come down there. Like, I need to come to Puerto Rico. I need to come watch a game. So that's a lot of fun, man. That shows to me that this island, the basketball culture here is amazing. And for me, it's a lot of fun to be a part of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that going back to Humacao 2023, you know, obviously the team that wasn't doing very good, you came in later in the season with Travis. At that time, the team made a little bit of a run, couldn't make the playoffs. When the team moves to Caguas, right? How are you convinced, or who helped convince you about, you know what, I'm going back to this team? Because a lot of players could go, I put up numbers in Humacao, and obviously I'm going to play for Santurce, I'm going to play for Bayamon, or whatever. How are you convinced of, you know what, I'm going to keep playing for this franchise, even though it moved, even though someone new bought it?
Well, a lot of that was Will and Travis. We actually played Guaynabo down the street. I think it was our last game. And Will, right after the game, was like, man, Papi, what you going to do in the fall? Because I need to know, like, are you coming back? Do you want to come back? We would love to have you back. I think Travis is going to come back. Like, we can really, do some things. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed being here, like playing here. This is the most I've enjoyed my career so far. I'll give it a shot. And so I went to China, and knowing that, China ends perfectly, I can come back. And it kind of worked out perfectly where I was talking to Travis, I was talking to Will, and then when Rick Elias bought the team, I began talking to him, and it fell in perfectly. Like, I was like, this is the type of team owner that I want to play for. They're building a culture that's special. And I'm kind of the type of player where, culture is important for me. I need to know that, the people around me care, that they want to win. I hate being in bad situations where I feel like I'm just forced to score, or I'm just forced to, come here and, like, I want to feel like I'm a part of a family. And that's what we have built. So everything kind of aligned perfectly. And I knew, really from day one that with Will, Travis, Rick, that we were building something special.
I think it's crazy, especially when we're talking about Humacao. Like Chris said, y'all were making some noise towards the end. It was kind of tough, obviously, at the spot that you guys were. But people obviously started doubting, like, what would be the difference? Yeah. When you guys go to Caguas, that's cool. There's a history of Caguas one in the early 2000s. And it's like, okay, but what's different? You guys the same coach. You're bringing back the same two import. Like, everybody was doubting. And then I remember a preseason game in Guaynabo, and I was talking to John Herrero. And I was like, John, who's going to be the third guy? Because that's what people wanted to know. Yeah. And he was like, I got someone. I like, but who is it? He's like, all I'm gonna tell you is that he can get a bucket. Yeah, that's all he told him. And it was me. There was a couple more guys, and that's all he told us. He's like, I got a guy that can get a bucket. And then come in Luke King, and you guys started what, like 9-0, something like that. Y'all started really hot that first year in Caguas. You guys put everyone on notice that first year. So how was that? That started especially.
I mean, for us, Travis, Will, and I were kind of the core from the year before in Humacao, right? And for us, it was no different. Like, maybe that was just part of us not really knowing a lot about BSN. But when we got here, we were winning. We were winning in Humacao. James was playing great. Travis and I were cooking. So for us, it was like, all right, well, this shit should be easy. Like, I'm not really worried about what everybody says. Like, I get it, but we just saw the Carolina. We just saw Bayamon. We just saw all these teams that everybody's talking about. We had no fear. It's just basketball, right? Like, we were not worried about what everybody said. And we definitely took to heart everybody saying that we were going to be the same. And that also has a lot to do with the guys that we had on the team too, who are all underdogs. And that's kind of the way Will operates is, if you got a chip on your shoulder, you got a spot on the team with us. That's kind of how we all, that's how we fight. So yeah, we started the year off hot, but we knew that we were capable of more. We knew that we could be a lot better. So, we were just kind of rolling at that point. Yeah.
I mean,
What was the point during that championship season that you guys said to yourselves, we can win this, we can get it?
It might have been early, man. It might have been pretty early. We had our bumps though. We definitely had our bumps, man.
Because it started hot, but then you had
kind of cooled off
a bit. You didn't really know your playoff spot until the last day. Yeah. You didn't know if you were going to play in the challenge game. Who were you playing? Right. And I do remember, like, when the season ended, you finished third. You were you played Aguada, who finished second, but you had a better record, so you had home court advantage.
It was the weirdest, man. Yeah. It was the weirdest setup
wait a
ever.
minute, I have home court advantage.
It was the weirdest setup ever. And honestly, like, sometimes things just break out that way, and that's part of the special. Part of what made last season so special was it felt almost touched by God, right? Like, we should have won given the circumstances that we had, and we were able to pull it out. But we believed I believed, and Travis and I believed, we talked about it all the time. Like, yo, this is a special team. Like, some of the games we were winning, some of the feeling around the team we had never felt before. And these are two guys, Mr. Worldwide. Like, he's Mr. Worldwide 2.0. Like, we've been everywhere, played everywhere, and had never felt something like that. So
he goes out there and wins MVP.
Yeah.
He just takes over the league.
Casually.
Honestly, didn't expect that either, man. Like, but yeah, Yeah, it was a great
People
year.
knew about Trav though, because when at the end of the Humacao, everybody knew this
play.
dude can ball.
Yeah.
You know, so when people started saying, okay, they're bringing Travis, okay, they're bringing back Akil, okay, that was the big question, was who was going to be, and it ended up being Lou. But when you guys, like when Chris said, you guys started off hot, then y'all lost like 6 in a row, something like that, and people were like, oh, this is what we were expecting from them.
Yeah.
But then again, especially us, we were like, I mean, you don't want to lose those many games in a row, but it was thanks to the hot start. Okay. But then y'all got back in rhythm. Yeah. But there's a piece here. Obviously, you three, the big three, right? But Cuco, hometown, homegrown. Yeah. The first time I went to Caguas and I saw the Cuco section, I thought it was a 1-game thing. Honestly, and then here we are, 2 seasons, and the second season,
and they in the stands.
It's still there.
Game.
What can you talk to me about Cuco, his energy, and what it just brings to the team?
I mean, so there was a game early in last season, the championship season, where we're down to Bayamon late, and Trav and I are running a pick and roll on one side of the court. Cuco's in the opposite corner, and we get a switch. Trav like tries to throw it to me, and it gets like bobbled. I'm like tapping it around. I gotta make a crazy pass over to the corner. Cuco catches it, one dribble floater and one.
Like, I remember that game.
Early. It was like
the first game.
That game went to overtime.
It might have,
I think that was
that was the clutch basket, right?
I remember
the first game, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember if it was first or second. It was early.
It was the first or second game in Caguas. Yeah, I remember the game. Yep.
And he floats it up, hits the shot, and I'm just looking like this motherfucker just hit this. Like he's clutch, and he's been hitting clutch shots. Like he walks around like the mayor of Caguas, because he is, man. Like the city really like grew around him, and he brought so much love and positive energy that they fueled us. Like they made me feel like I'm a part of this. Like I can walk around in Caguas and feel like, this is home for me, which is important, right? Like if you want to win championships, like I need to feel like I'm a part of this city and they embrace me too. And like Cuco off the court brings just so much swagger and confidence to all of us. But it's not just him, right? Like all of those guys work so hard, man. Like I see it. I'm in there 4 hours before a game. You see, even DC last year. You see Anzi, who came in the trade last year. Like these guys are workers, and that's why I said, like if you have a chip on your shoulder, you got something to prove. You want to prove that you, one, belong in this league, and that two, that you can play at a high level, you can compete, you can win games. Like there's a spot for you in Caguas, man, and that's, I think, that was the energy that we brought most of this year and last year. Yeah. We didn't get it done this year, but that's just kind of how things break out. But that's the energy that we all kind of wanted to come with last season. And Cuco brought a lot of that.
Players like Cuco, we don't have a lot of them here. Like I always tell Eddie, for guys like, if there's a game sold out in Caguas, right? Travis makes a 3. People go crazy. Man, it's great. Cuco makes a 3.
Yeah.
It goes up.
You hear it outside.
We used to see the same thing in Bayamon when Benito was there. Benito used to get all the All-Star votes. He was number 1 all the time. He was like a fan favorite. Yep. Angelito could make a 3. Whoever, Stephen Thompson, whoever. Benito made a 3. Yeah. Boom. Joe Mari and Carolina when he was there. He makes a 3. Yep. It's players like that I think embody the culture of their city. Yeah. And you said he was clutch. He was clutch this year too, bro. Every game, the game we were in Caguas, he made it was a crazy layup, bro. He was like
behind his head,
went in.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And they're like, "What are you doing, man?" and I think for him, I think he should have been most improved player this year.
You see, to me it's tough.
Sure.
To me it's tough because he had Cuco. I thought it was Capos.
I was gonna say Capos,
but it was between them two for sure. I mean, for us, even though shout out to Jordan Murphy. So he balled. Yeah, but when you looked at the numbers from Cabo, like I was telling Chris this year, like if this Cabos was the one that went to the national team when we played Bahamas here, we would never lost. Yeah. We would not have lost that game here in Puerto Rico. He came out. He led the league for a while and 3-point made.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was playing
from 3, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
48.5% or something.
If someone asked me what was the game that I said, okay, Cabos, this was his year, Manatí That game, inbound, he caught it. I don't
this
care.
year.
This
comeback.
year,
The
that comeback in
Still,
Manatí
yeah.
this year,
Yeah.
bro, that game was wild.
Insane.
That game was
Insane.
insane.
And even in last year's finals,
Yes.
Game 7,
Yeah.
he showed
Game
up.
7, he popped
He showed up big time
He
along
popped
with
up.
Christian.
Yep.
Going back to those finals, weird finals, right? No one wanted
Mhm.
to win at home. There was a game that in Manatí, I think it was, that you got a tech. For say, remember that one? Where you're saying he's flopping, and then you got a tag, and you had to miss a game.
I had to miss a game. Yep.
And you know the team, I think, rallied around you when you were out. I know it must have been tough. You're in the finals, you have to miss a game.
Yeah.
You must have been crazy during that time. But I think the team came together. And you know what a series, man. I haven't seen a finals like that in a long time, bro.
Yep. That was a lot of fun, man. I mean, I'm not missing the game. Missing the game wasn't very fun at all. I knew it was going to happen, though. It was only a matter of time. Because it was throughout all of the playoffs. And I get hot-headed sometimes.
I know.
I get hot-headed
happens.
sometimes. But, you know, it happens. But the guys, you know, all of them were like, listen, bro, just when you come back, let's just get 2 more wins. That's all we need to do. Game 6 and Game 7. Game 6 is easily the craziest game I've ever been a part of.
Wow, that was
it
crazy.
3 overtimes, 2
3
overtimes,
Yeah,
2 or 3.
they were getting ready to celebrate. You guys are
Yeah,
down.
they had the trophy and the champagne already rolled out.
Again, being completely honest, you know where we go to every game.
Yeah, I see you.
We were there. We were ready to go to the other
I
side.
had my mic, my bag,
Yeah.
and I told Eddie, hey, as soon as it's over, I'm going to go
Let's
here.
go.
I stayed with my bag for another hour like this.
Because
Dog.
they
Man, what a
came over to us and were like, yo, so just so y'all know, we're going to bring you guys to
Yeah.
the locker room. And we were like,
This and
man,
that.
Y'all
all
ready
right.
to celebrate
Yeah.
too, man. That's
You
crazy.
guys were like down.
Yeah,
'cause
because they were, you know,
They were like
they were
8
going
with
to
like
send
a
us
minute and
to,
some
Yeah.
change
they were going
left.
to bring us to the locker room to like, you know, do content and everything. So I'm like doing Chris, be ready because everyone's going to go back there, right?
Yeah.
And then Trav just does Trav, and I'm like, Chris, pause.
Just
All
wait
right?
a second.
And then
Give me a
Kugel's 3.
Kugel's
Kugel's
3.
3. And
Luisito had a bucket in there.
Luisito
He
had a
quick
bucket.
layup.
Yeah.
you weren't
You
I
weren't
mean,
making any free throws during
Bro.
the game, but you
Yeah.
made the 2 most
I
important ones.
got
you
the
missed
2
like
that mattered.
4.
Yeah.
And I'm here, and then you went to the line again. I'm like, he's gonna miss these 2 free throws again, isn't he? And then you made them both.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, this kid.
And
Then Ethan missed.
Ethan missed.
And then Ethan missed. Yeah.
And Jivan
I'm
missed
like, oh
one
my
too.
God. And I'm like, this game is crazy.
Insane. Welcome to BSN, man.
But I'll tell you one thing that was, and we talked about this when after y'all won. We had a podcast. We had John. We had Wilhelmo. We had Cuco.
Yeah.
And I talked to Wilhelmo because at one point I'm right next to the Osos bench, and I have Will, ay Dios, se me olvida, Ivan Rio, he's there,
the coach.
and they're like sharing a moment, and we likes to sit down on the scoreboard, right?
Yeah.
And they're having a moment, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, he doesn't look defeated, but he's like, okay, man, they
He's
shake
at
hands
peace.
or whatever. And then Jorgito Rincon comes in, shout out to Jorgito, and he's like, and it was like, yeah. They go back into it. You know how Will does, and he starts doing this, and then the game goes on, and I'm like, it's crazy because for 1 minute it's like you look like you're down and out,
Yep.
but you weren't.
Yeah.
And then y'all just click back at it, get the dub, and then go back home for Game 7.
It was crazy, man. Like I remember thinking that this is over. Like, man, I know we didn't just lose this, but you know, a lot like Will. Like I think all of that. I get a lot from him, and I've learned a lot from him over the past couple of years. Where you just be grateful for where you are in the moment, and I felt that. Like when you lose a game, sometimes you just have to be grateful for the fact that you're even playing to begin with. It helps with the loss, but also like it keeps me sane. And I remember thinking like, well, shit, it's been a good year, but here we are. Like, let's finish it out, see what we can do. And then you go back into it, and when you focus in again, you're playing the game. And you can't really turn it off. You can't really slow down. You can't really, And one bucket goes in, and then we catch a break, and then another bucket goes in, and you look. It's like, all right, we kind of got a chance here.
Yeah.
Just keep going. And lo and behold, man, it ends up being gotta be one of the best games in BSN history.
God.
Which one was? That wasn't the
that
half court
game,
shot.
I think that wasn't the
Half court was 4.
Half court was game 4, I think.
Yeah, half court was game 4.
That game 6 was the back and forth between Trav and Norris.
Oh, and Norris.
Yes.
Bucket. I was like,
late in the 4th, and then Trav hits the one late.
Yeah.
Bro, people were
he was hurt. Like,
and he was
hurt.
Yeah.
I think y'all don't know because obviously y'all locked in, but people in the stands were like, dude, because Norris would hit a bucket and they'd go crazy. Then Trav would come down, hit a bucket, and it's like, bro. And then from the outside, it's kind of easy to say. I do the quotes because you think it's easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
When you see Trav go on a high screen, if it's me, and this isn't just me, I'm looking at the game from over here. I'm like, why don't you try to trap him?
Yeah.
Get the ball out of his hands. They let him get the screen and work one-on-one. And I'm like, all right, that's going to happen every single time, you know? And we talked to him after the game and like, bro, you have to have one of the nastiest snatchbacks I've ever seen. Because
people don't want to go
he catches dudes every time.
Boom.
Yeah, every time.
And the how he just stops like on a dime. And it's like, bro, it's tough. But I have to ask, man, when you saw him pull up from half court as a regular shot, Ivan's yelling like, foul him. And you just see this man pull up.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind?
I thought I was open. I wanted the ball. I was running down the middle. I was open.
You're like, right here, man.
I thought I was open. And then he shot it. I was like, oh, they didn't foul him. Oh, they didn't foul him. Oh, they didn't foul him. Like, this is a good bucket.
Yeah.
I knew it was good the second he left his hands.
That's crazy.
It happened so many times with him that season where teams weren't fouling him. And we're talking about that because there was a game here, regular season against Guaynabo too, that you guys won in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
To take it to overtime, down 3, no one fouls him.
You should foul him.
He went at Benito, snatch back 3, splash. And I'm like, okay.
You should foul him.
And then it kept happening, and even in the TV transmission, they were asking, should they be following him, whatever. And I always said with Eddie, I'd rather have him hit free throws than hit a damn 3 and tie the game or go out, you know?
For sure. Even from half court, like at that point, foul him, make him shoot 2. Even if he makes both or if he misses 1, you get like tap the ball, do anything. Like grab the rebound, tap the ball back. Like you live to fight another chance. But if you let him get a good look at it, especially late, like you're living and dying with a guy who's looking to kill you in that situation.
Don't like that. Like we've talked to a lot of coaches and they don't like fouling.
No, I'd rather just defend, whatever. But it happens so many times.
Yeah. When you lose a game, it sounds terrible. When you lose a game on that, like obviously you should foul.
Whatever.
But you know,
you didn't foul.
Yeah, you got fouled. I personally am a fan of fouling in that position.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's just me.
Game 7, bro.
Yep.
Everyone, I mean, I'm thinking, okay, man, I think he's gonna win because no one wants to win. Whatever. That game, Campos goes off. Christian had a second quarter like I've never seen him play before.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, Campos just puts the nail in the coffin for Manatee. When you guys, I mean, obviously you're confident, we're gonna win, whatever. But when you see these 2 dudes go off, what does that do to you, Travis, Lou, and everyone else?
I just knew that we were focused. Like sometimes you need 1 or 2 guys to step up and make big plays, and we had both. We had multiple guys. Anzi made some big plays. Kuko even hit some big shots in that game. But you know, when you see 1 or 2 guys having the night of their lives, you're like, all right, well, there's no way we're losing this game.
We can't lose this one.
CP hit a step back, like a pullback in the second quarter. And I was like, when he hit that, I was like, all right, we're cool. I think I just hit a 3 before that too, and it was like, all right, we're rolling, we're good. Like for the other team too, right? Like imagine sitting on Manatee's bench and you've been doing the scout now for 7 games. And you're here, you got a chance to win it, but you're on the road and you see a guy hit a shot like that, and then another shot like that, and then another. Your back's broken, like you're exhausted.
Yep.
Yeah.
People don't understand how tired you are in a 7-game series, playing the same team over and over, and then when you see something like that, you're broken. So,
and it was 7 tough games,
tough ones, man, like overtimes and technicals and everything, like emotionally exhausted.
Yeah, and. You know, I have to ask about the other side. This was the first year that Puerto Rico really got a taste of seeing Yvonne Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Dude can ball, man. The I think what people don't understand is how Manatí and in the finals they had basically 2 teams in one. Because they had their starting 5, and then they had Ethan Thompson, Yvonne
coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench, and it's like you don't lose a beat. Tyler Davis was going off too, and he doing his thing, but the same thing that I said this year about y'all is the same. It's the same thing I'm saying because of last year. It's tough to scout for you guys because today Irán Huertas can play, and he can give you a basket. Tomorrow he might not play the next 2 games, but then O'Connell comes in and he gives you some work. So it's kind of tough to scout for you guys because you don't even know who's gonna give, because the production that you guys the big 3 is gonna get. But who else is coming? Obviously, Kuko's gonna get his, but it's so tough to scout for you guys, and you saw it in that game 7, and the people were going wild, man. People were going crazy.
Yeah, man.
That probably that champagne, how that feels.
You don't get it in your eye, I promise you. It burns, man.
It burns.
Man, I wish we were popping champagne again this year. To be honest, there's no feeling like that. There's no better feeling like that. There's nothing like that. And to do that with guys that you were in the trenches with, working with, and that nobody gave you a chance to do it with, that's a feeling I'll hold on to for life, for sure.
And for the city, is the first time having the team back and then winning. It felt very, very, very similar to when they won it in 2006. It felt very, very similar. It was amazing. I think, the organization does a great job of, they pick out really good imports like you guys. They draft well. And Will's a coach, and I always say this to Eddie, there's a lot of good players here, but they don't get a lot of chance just to play. Young guys. Last year, you had one guy who played really well in the playoffs, Marlon Hargis. He didn't get a chance to play at all in Arecibo when he was drafted. You guys get him. Will gives him a chance. He's your starting 4, starting 3. Iram gets a chance. Ansi gets a chance to play. O'Connell comes in as a rookie. For a while, he was your
starting
point or starting 2.
Point, next to K.
Morales, the young dude with the crazy hair, he comes in, gets a chance to play. He plays well. So a lot of coaches don't do that. They're obviously they want to save their job. A lot of times they don't. They cut rotations, only play the vets and whatnot. And I think that Caguas, to me, for the next couple of years, is always going to be in the fight because they're doing the things the right way. The right way.
On the development side. It's part of what Will is. It's who he is as a person. And when I'll say it again, like, if you have something to prove, we got a spot for you.
He'll give you a chance to prove it.
He will give you a chance to prove it. He wants that. Like, when you play against these guys every other night, you're playing every other night against guys who are higher ranked than you, or that's been the story of my life. That's the story of most of our guys. Luisito, you look at him on the street, you would never think the dude is a BSN hooper.
And he can ball.
He want to prove it, and he wants to prove it every chance he steps on the floor. That little edge gives you something over the guy that you're facing every night. I promise you.
At least he's gonna get a bucket.
Hell yeah!
I think people. I think a lot of people didn't see. Again, sorry Humacao. It is what it is. But he was getting buckets in Humacao because he was getting a lot of minutes.
He a bucket, bro.
He is a bucket,
and
he, especially last season, if I'm not mistaken, he had a great game against Ponce, and
won the game for us.
He won the game for
you. I think it might have been game 6. That might have been the closeout game.
Yeah, I think it was that game.
He had a big game, and that again, that goes back to it, like. What's the saying? You gotta stay ready. Be ready, stay ready.
Stay ready. Yeah. You don't have to get ready.
Yeah. So and those guys are all ready, and y'all had a heck of a run, man. Y'all celebrated with the city, the culture that you guys are bringing here to Caguas, right? The fans are going crazy. The fans love y'all. Like, after games, fans have taken pictures with y'all already, but they stayed to take another picture with you guys. That's all the love that they feel for y'all. But coming into this season, obviously, it's a little bit different. You go from being the hunter, right, to hunted, and it's tough. 3 imports. Everybody had 3 imports. people like teams like Bayamon, they went over the top to get Danilo Gallinari.
They got 3
imports. Yeah, they got 3 imports, and but you guys held on your own. You were there. You guys had Mille. I always butcher his name, man. I always butcher his name. I just say Mille.
I'll call him Mille.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
You guys had Felder as well too. But it was rocky. It was rocky at the beginning, obviously. Until you guys were came as a whole. But once the squad was back together, y'all got back to winning basketball. Y'all was just rolling and rolling, and people don't understand. Again, they say it every year, like in every sport, it's tough to repeat. It's tough to win again, especially when last year you're like, they're like Criollos, like I don't really care. Now it's like all the champs are playing here today.
Champs are here. Yeah.
So
we got to show up.
Yeah, you got to show up. How was that jump coming into this year?
I'd never really been in a position to try to repeat. Even if I had won a championship before, I left after my senior year of college. Left even in Europe. So this was my first time coming back to a championship team, and I think we had the right mindset. To be honest, I think we had the right mindset. Guys were working harder than ever, but we started out rocky, and it's part of the reason it's so hard to repeat is because you almost expect everything to kind of lay out perfectly. Sometimes you need everything. You need health. You need the right schedule. You need guys to come in with the right mindset. And then this year, we're trading imports in and out throughout the season. It takes time to learn how to play with new guys. There's a lot of different variables in there. But even through all of that, we were able to, have a really good season, to make the playoffs, to, put up a fight. But sometimes things are just different. Honestly, I commend the guys. I really do, because we lost some pieces too. I mean, Marlon's not here anymore now. I'm stepping into that role. DC is not here.
He was big for you guys.
He was big for us last year. Who's not with us anymore. Like, we had some pieces that we wanted to bring along who couldn't make it. So, honestly, man, it was a hell of a season, and I get why everybody says it's so tough to repeat, but I promise you one thing: I'll be back at some point. I don't know when exactly, but I'll be back.
You'll be back in those finals.
I'll be looking for another one for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it's a change. Every team got 3 imports. The league changed a little bit of the format of the tournament, right? The playoffs stay within their divisions and whatnot, and then all divisions are really good. All 12 teams to me are good, but this division especially, bro. Bayamon goes over the top with Carlos Arroyo. 3 huge imports. They bring Dalmau. They just squat up. Be Bayamon again, like what we're used to seeing. Santurce goes out there, gets Nelson Colon. They start getting, imports and a lot of natives are really good. You guys started off rocky, but you went back up. Carolina, obviously, didn't have George, didn't have Tremont, but you look at this division and you start looking at the players that are on this roster, and so I'm like, wow, bro, like this is crazy. And I feel like, you lost to Santurce in the first round, tough series. I think it was a tough matchup for you guys.
Awful matchup for us.
I think it hurt a little bit about the matchup. And I always said that the team that I had in my mind that could beat Bayamon was you guys. You played them extremely well during the season. Extremely well. You matched up well against them. I think you guys were faster and whatnot. But it just goes to show, sometimes in the playoffs, you catch a bad matchup. Bam.
Bad matchup, bad break. A couple shots go one way, a twisted ankle one way. And, like you said, I wouldn't have minded playing Bayamon in the first round. But that's the way it goes. You got to beat whoever's in front of you. To be honest. Of course. It is what it is.
It's crazy.
He mentioned Bayamon, man. One thing that I'm shocked that we go to Bayamon is that y'all had a game there. Y'all rallied back. I know you're already making the face.
I know which one you're going to.
And I'm till this day, I'm still shocked because you don't miss that.
Bro, I thought it was good. I don't know.
It was like
to this day, I was like, oh, bet we're going overtime.
Yeah, I was shocked, like genuine shock when I'm watching the game. I see you as soon as I see you do your move, and I'm like, Yeah, that's a bucket. And I see you miss. I'm like, what? And then I've seen you make that shot so many times. Like, man, it's just one of those days.
Just one of those breaks.
But those games were the ones that had us like, if they get Bayamon,
we might be all right.
But I was, and Chris knows, I said this. I said, I think that whoever came out of that series, Santurce and Caguas, I was like, whoever comes out of there, I think goes on to win it all.
Okay.
Because it was, to me, two extremely deep teams, man. Yeah. Extremely deep teams. With the 3 imports, and even if you take out the 3 imports, like from both sides, native-wise, tough.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's tougher than a lot of people see. People see 4-1, all right, but it was a lot tougher than you think.
For sure.
And like you say, one thing goes the other way, and who knows? But
you never know.
Criollos are there, man. Y'all ain't going nowhere anyway.
We're not going nowhere, man. I promise you that. I do promise you that. The culture is there. The foundation is there.
That's good. Good
and that's what carries on from year to year. You can change players left and right, but if the culture is there and the guys who are in the locker room want to win more than they want to, say that they're the man, or more than they want to check their checkbooks and make sure their money's good. Like, once the culture is there, you can't really. It's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That one travels. So,
I wanted to ask. You already know this sign.
This
one or this one.
I ain't a big fan of it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know.
whatever, man. Y'all want to call it, whatever.
We've been watching the playoffs, especially, man, and we're getting so many stoppages in the game, or either a coach's challenge, or the officials themselves wanting to review something they called. How does that, how do you feel that affects you as a player? Sometimes I've seen teams go on a run, being hot on a run.
Yeah.
They challenge something, stop the game,
and
lose momentum. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's a two-edged sword, right? Like, you can go one way or the other with it. In one side, I'm happy that they focused on getting the call right, because there are a lot of times where the game is moving fast, you're in the heat of the moment, and a wrong call. Like,
it can.
I get it. We're humans. You make mistakes. But you make a wrong call in a critical moment. It's like, we got to get this right. So I understand how important it is to make sure that you get the call right. But at the same time, try to get the calls right.
Yeah.
So we don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, when you make those mistakes, you have to go back and look at it. Now the entire game has changed, whether you want it to or not. So I get it. Like, maybe we should make a cap on it or something like that, and players got to stop asking for reviews after every. Yeah. Sometimes you're like,
they want to
dude will hit you in the face.
They want to review. They want to review things that aren't reviewable.
It's not reviewable. Like, bro, you kicked him in the leg. Like, it's a clear foul here.
Yeah.
You're asking for a review, but there's not a review here.
For me, coaches' challenges for me are fine. Right?
Yeah.
You want to use your challenge. If you lose it, you lose it.
Yeah.
If you win it, you win it.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. On the revisions by the officials themselves,
yeah.
which they get pressured by the coaches, they get pressured by the players, they get pressured by the fans. Man, first half of the game, don't revision, bro.
Yeah, please don't revise.
Second half, 2 minutes, under 2 minutes, third and fourth quarter, I'll revise everything you want. Out of bounds, whatever.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I was watching the game, Maya West Ponce, I think it was the last one in Ponce, or maybe it was yesterday's game. First 5 minutes of the game, it wasn't even a TV timeout yet. You had three revisions, bro. Three.
Crazy.
And I'm like, wait a minute, man, come on. Even when the NBA playoffs, I always say this, when the NBA playoffs were going on, game 1, Pacers Knicks goes to overtime. These dudes are playing 12 minutes a game, 6 minutes overtime. Game finished. I switched over to the BSN, and the game was still going. For as a fan, I don't want to go to a game be 4 hours in there.
Yeah.
It should be 2 hours.
I
Right?
hear you.
And I feel like the stoppages, for me, if you give, obviously you want to get the call right. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But I feel it makes the ref call whatever, because I can just go back and see it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And that looks bad, though.
It looks bad.
It looks bad because then it's like, then you don't know what you're calling then.
Yeah.
Because if you can just go like, you know what? Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
Then
and
you
then
don't
you
know
go
what
and
you're
look
calling.
and you're like, oh, actually, we were wrong. Like, we were way off.
Yeah.
In the moment, it's like, okay.
Exactly.
I've seen him get it wrong looking at the replay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Even looking at the
very
replay,
true.
yeah,
looking at the
Very true.
replay, I see him get it wrong. So
it
it's
is what
like,
it is.
Yeah, seen a
Um,
lot of
yeah.
growth in the league, but man, that is one of the things that and like most leagues, right? Like the NBA is still trying to get better with the way that they ref the game. Like
Right.
like we have to be able to ref the game here better.
Yeah.
To one, like control emotions and to communicate with players a little bit better, but to also, let's try to get things right on the court. So we don't have
I'm
to
there
keep
with
doing
you.
the revisions. Yeah.
I'm there with you because and again, the way he's saying it is true. I mean, if you were down 20 and all of a sudden you're just down 5, and then they're let's stop this, and then they take 10, 15 minutes to check it out. It's like, bro, I'm already cold now,
Yeah, we're
man.
cold.
If
You got an extra timeout, basically.
Yeah.
You're sitting over there reviewing things.
that too.
for sure.
Coaches use that too.
Like I would say, players stay on the court. Like if I'm checking out something, stay on the court, because if not, hey, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. No, we're going to come stand
Coaches-
right on the
coaches use that.
sideline here.
They use that.
Yeah, for sure.
They use that.
For
Oh,
sure.
let's challenge it.
Hey, if you don't say anything,
Oh, there's been multiple. I've looked at Will like, we got to review it now because we need this timeout.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
like I don't care if it's right or wrong, but
Yeah.
you have to review it.
We have, that makes sense. Another part we've seen in the last couple of games, especially Bayamon Santurce, it's getting heated.
Yeah.
Refs are trying to sort of limit trash talking
Yeah.
and stuff like that. What is your stance on trash talking? You guys, I've seen you guys go back and forth.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you make a bucket, you look at the guy, you say something.
Akil doesn't do that, man.
I don't do that.
We
nothing to
saw Kuko go against Walter.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing, we saw in the series Mojica go against
Yeah.
Walter. It got a little bit beyond trash talking.
Yeah.
But what is your stance on it? Like in terms of within the presence of the game?
Yeah. Okay. So within the presence of the game, right? Like it's an important part of the game. You don't want to lose the feeling, the energy, the fire, especially here, especially in Puerto Rico, especially in BSN, because the fans love to feel like they are a part of the game, right? When you go to a road game in Bayamon, in Carolina, like the fans need to feel like they're a part of that environment.
It's a show.
It's a show. And I mean, 3 years here now, I enjoy talking my shit. You know what I mean? Like I like talking.
I seen.
But it can never get to a point where it's disrespectful. Like what happened with Boogie this year was too far, right? Like we let that get too far.
Yeah.
So there is a fine line that we have to find, right? And that needs to be defined at some point. It needs to be said, like, okay, listen, don't go into the stands talking trash to people. Don't make it overly physical, right? Like once things become physical, Walter, I thought, took a kind of a cheap shot at Kuko this season in the playoffs. Angelito kind of does that where he won't really say a whole lot, but he'll do little things that'll try to get you out of your comfort zone, right? Like the physicality of it all. Physical is one thing, but when it becomes dirty is when we're beyond trash talk.
Okay.
But if you want to talk to me all night, let's
go for it.
It's a show. We're here to give the fans a good show, and I'm okay with that. And I think sometimes the refs don't understand where that line is, right? Like, cool, let's talk. If I want to tell Diallo to get up off the floor, I feel like that's completely fine.
That was the one you got to tag on.
Yeah, that's the one I got to tag on.
But then they take it a little bit too far. And then sometimes they don't do anything. And then, okay, so the next game, you're like, hey, beep, take. Yeah,
right?
That happened with Walter in the Bayamon series. I thought the game where he got into with Mojica, I honestly thought the refs let it go too far with Mojica. Yeah, he came off the bench. He was hot. That was nice. But the moment he was standing up in Walter's face, talking trash in the out of bounds line, I'm the ref, dude. Tag on both of you. Next one, you're out.
Yeah.
But he let the refs let it, and then when Walter reacts, same thing with Google. When Google reacts, now you're out the game. Now
it's too late now.
Yeah.
It's too late
by
now.
that point, I think it's too late.
I mean, man, there was a game this season. I think it was Manatee. I don't honestly remember because bro played for so many teams. But Dewan Hernandez, it's like after the whistle, he's still shooting. I get a hand on it, and I'm just joking around, honestly. Like, nothing was said between the two of us. There was nothing dirty. There was no contact. And he got upset and kind of gave me one of these, like quick little shove.
Yeah.
I walked away. Double technical, right? Like, now I have 4 technicals on the year.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things that we got to think about a little bit more carefully, right? Like, okay, there was no contact. There was nothing said. He walked away, and I still got a technical for it, right? Like, these are some of the things that, like, okay, all right, what are we doing at this point?
Especially when money comes out your pocket, too.
Money comes out my pocket, but then if I have to miss a game down the line, right, where it hurts the team, and there's nothing that I did, right? Like, there's no real consequence that needs to be paid there. I don't know. I get it. I'm not saying that everything I do is
no.
I deserve some technicals from time to time, but again, we got to be more thoughtful about who gets texts and when.
I gotta ask, since we're on this topic, you've been here 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
In the 3 years overall, can you give me your top 3 trash talkers in the league? It don't matter if they're native or imports. It's your top 3.
I'm gonna put 2 of them in there, and we just mentioned both of them. Mojica and Walter are easily top 2. And then I'm gonna give you an import. Boogie talks so much.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Deontay Burton also talks.
He
never stops talking, bro. But it's not even trash talk. It's just like,
he's just talking.
What are you doing after the game? Like, yo, bro, I went to the beach yesterday. Like, how was it? It's like,
I was about to
shut
say,
up.
because when you talk to DeAndre, he's a cool dude.
He's cool. Yeah.
So when you said, I'm like, trash talk doesn't sound like that, man.
But he never stops talking, period. Yeah. So he throws some trash talk in there, but, man, he won't stop all game. He won't stop talking. Good God.
All right, okay. I like that.
I got 4 for you.
I like that. That's an honorable mention right there.
Yeah, honorable mention.
Biggest trash talk on your team?
Kuko.
Oh, for sure,
right?
Kuko, another guy, won't shut up. I tell him every day, shut up, Kuko. Kuko, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, again, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Before we go to the most recent, you had signing. You're going again, add a new stamp to the passport, right?
Yep.
I think it was fun that this year your routine, what is it, like pre-game routine, caught on, and man, you took the team going to do a little bit of yoga. Yeah. You brought it into Akil's world.
Yeah.
How and when did that routine start? And how was it going with the guys and do some yoga?
It was cool, man. It was really cool. That has definitely been a part of my routine for a few years now. To try to prevent against injuries, stretching, strengthening in long positions, which is what basketball is really a lot about. But also for my mind, man. My mind, when you're traveling year round, you're playing high pressure situations. You don't have family around. You're in a different country all the time. Like, I had a coach when I was playing in Israel who, once a week we'd go down to the beach and just do yoga.
Nice. And
he kind of introduced me to it, and it relaxed my mind. It took my mind off of having to perform, having to compete, having to be at my highest level, and just being right where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And that's special for me. That's really special for me. And it's allowed me to go to places I didn't think I'd be able to, just because I'm centered. I can find my flow. I can get into a position that I normally wouldn't be able to. And there's some really good players that do it, man. Joe Johnson, I got a chance to travel with for a summer, and we did yoga every chance when I was playing in the Big Three. He was doing yoga at every stop, and I got a couple yoga sessions with him.
Okay.
Joe's the man, bro.
ISO
cool.
Joe?
Yeah, ISO Joe. Cool as a cucumber, bro.
One of my favorite players of all time, man. Smooth dude.
Yes, sir.
But then what I found it funny because I was like, damn, you seem like one of the more chill players, especially before the game. Like, we're doing warm-ups, laying up line. A lot of people are like zoning in, locked in, like, well, and you're over here like smiling, saying peace to everybody, like, oh, what's going on? Saying hi to people. Yeah. So I like the mind where it is, and like you said, there's some things that, even the little things try to give you an edge. Yeah. And that's especially for your body. Yeah. You take a lot of contact, a lot of hits during the season. So I think that's actually cool. And for y'all know, estoy cuadrando con él. We're gonna do yoga, you know, soon. I don't know if again.
We're on the way.
I don't know if it's now, next season, but we're gonna do a little bit of yoga. He thinks he's safe. He thinks he's not going. But we're going. We're going. Because when I told him,
get you touching your toes,
hey,
brother.
when I told him, he was like,
I'll
"Oh
try.
man, that's cool."
I'll try.
He's like, "Oh, you're cool. You and Akil go," and I'm like, "Me and Akil, bro, we two in this show, man. What are you talking about?"
Let's do it, man.
So that's gonna happen. But also, you're going to Japan this year, right?
Yeah.
How's that happen?
I'm looking forward to it, man. I had signed to go last season, but things didn't work out with the team and ended up going to China instead.
Mm-hmm.
So this year will be my first year in Japan. Looking forward to learning a lot about the culture. It's gonna be fire, man. The food, the culture, getting to travel around Japan and to get to know it a little bit. But the basketball, man, I still have a chip on my shoulder, still to this day. And so I'm excited to get into a new market, to prove that I can play in another big man league. Jalil Okafor signed out there. There's some big names out there. There's some really big names out there. Some really good teams. So I'm going out there to go dominate again, man. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Stay in rhythm. Stay in rhythm. Sure. Go out there, stay in rhythm. Again, culture-wise.
Yeah, man.
I know how it's going to be like culture shock. You like Asian food?
He already been.
Yeah.
You know, so
I've been in Asia before, but I think everybody says Japan is a different level.
Yeah.
Right? Like, in a good way. In a really good way. Like, the people are super nice. The food is very different, but you know it can't be too different from like China or Korea or something like that.
Is that something that whenever you go play overseas like that other than the basketball part, but you know, things that you do with your time off to maybe explore the culture a little bit, the food?
Yeah.
Do you like to taste the food, or do you stay away from it?
Hey man, there's things I stay away from for sure. There's some things I will not touch. Like I saw some things in China that make your heart race, man. But
and then street food. It's just plain street food. You just
you
walking
walk
around
down
the street.
Yeah, I'm not even hungry. You know, I smelled something I was not supposed to smell.
Nah. And, then and you're like, "What's that?
No, thank you.
Why is it moving?" Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, you're supposed to eat that.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't like I want to go. That's a trip I wanted to go. Like Japan is a must. But when I'm thinking about those countries over there, and I'm like, do they have like Burger King and McDonald's too? Like how's that too? Because if I'm walking around and I can't see anything I like, I'm like, all right, what's their nearest McDonald's? Because I gotta eat something.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I get tired of McDonald's though, so you gotta venture out every now and again. Yeah. And then same thing, man. Like for me, this whole hooping thing is a blessing, man.
Yeah,
it's such
sure.
Like if you guys knew the things I saw where I came from as a kid, to be able to do this and get paid to do it I'm living in a dream every day. Yeah. So I'm gonna try some weird shit every now and again. Why not? You know, like I'm gonna go and you know see the mountains or take a trip to Junkei, or you know if I'm in Japan, go to some meditation. Like I'm gonna see it all.
What's the mountains called? There's montaña. You know the ones I
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That looks fire.
Yeah, it does.
Fire.
It does,
so you have to go.
Mount Fuji.
Yeah, you have to go there, man.
For sure.
And I think with the whole yoga thing and everything, like over there, like to places that you can go to, like kind of relax. Yeah. Like I don't know if you saw this. I don't think it's the same thing, but Wemby was doing some culture things and everything. So I think if you just don't cut off your
Buddhist
don't cut off the.
I can't do that.
Don't do that, please.
I'm ugly as hell without.
No. You gotta keep them
crazy.
But you can go do those meditation things over there.
Yeah,
that would be. You might come in over here next year with a new routine.
I might be able to float. I'm doing the whole.
Yeah, you might come in with a new routine,
mode,
man. Who knows? We're excited, man. We're excited to see y'all, and obviously here. I think a lot of people should enjoy players when they have them here. You know, sometimes I think we get lost, or people get lost when you're not here, and then you go somewhere else and they're killing somewhere else. Oh man, this dude, he can play. I'm like, dude, he played right here. Why didn't you just go see him play? Yeah. So obviously we're big on you guys.
I appreciate it.
Going out, growing, getting your bag, because at the end of the day, you gotta get your bag, man.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
you gotta go get paid, and just like you said, man, explore cultures,
Sure.
get to know people and everything. You know, we're grateful that we know you, man. I
This is
mean,
love,
you've
man. I
been
appreciate
so
you guys.
cool since we met you, and again, we were excited to have you here. So
Thank you, brother.
go out there, ball, get paid, get to know culture, and then when you come back, we gotta do some more things because I want to know where Akil goes to eat here. That's what I want to know. You have to have a special place here that you go to eat. But I'm talking Latin, like Puerto Rican food.
You know, like, damn, I don't want to say this.
You gotta say it, man.
La Mancha Plátano.
Mancha,
And-
Oh, yeah, I know
and-
that
and
place.
Caguas.
Yeah, I know the place.
That's my spot. Don't tell nobody.
low
I
key,
I
low
like
key.
to go there, low
We
key.
gotta go there.
We gotta go there.
Yeah, I
So
know the
We gotta-
place.
We gotta hit that spot.
If we can go before you leave, if
Let's
not
do
when
it.
you come back, but I want to go see what you eat, see what yo no he ido,
Well, hold
I haven't
on,
been
'cause
there.
I got another spot for you.
Oh, you got another spot?
Nuna, Omar's spot is opening. It's
Oh.
not open yet. It's not open yet. We're gonna have to ask him to,
Oh.
let us in the.
Oh,
in the
okay.
back door.
I mean,
That
I
sounds
would
I might
think
try to
so.
set that up for you.
That's
Nuna-
that
Nuna be
sounds
fire.
good.
I
That
would
sounds
think
good.
so that we gotta get like a VIP
Yeah,
access.
I got
So
you.
That's so good.
I
That
got
one's
you.
good. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to like plug. We were talking about before we came inside here. What's the name of the restaurant you always?
Yeah. So I am, part investor, co-owner of a restaurant coming to Charlotte, Savu, Japanese American.
Savu.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh.
So yeah, if you're in Charlotte, you want to hook up.
Oh,
pull up, man.
we
It's
gotta
gonna
go.
be
We
fire.
gotta pull up.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be
We
really
gotta-
nice.
we
Should be
gotta pull
opening here in a couple of weeks, but just hit me on Instagram, AJ Mitchell 25. I'll respond back to you as quick as possible and see if I can get you guys some seats.
I like
Let's do
that.
it.
I like that. And then we would,
Sexy vibe, man. Growing a sexy vibe.
Hey.
you know, I seen it. I ain't gonna spoil it. If you haven't seen it, go to Akil's story because you post it. You post it all the time.
All the time.
All the time. So go ahead, check it out. And it looks interesting.
It looks nice,
It
man.
looks
It's gonna be
interesting.
fire.
I ain't gonna lie. So we have to pull up, or
Let's
when
do
you
it, bro.
expand to Puerto Rico too,
you know it.
You know how it is. So again, brother, thanks for taking out your time.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you for everybody. Todos los que estuvieron aquí con nosotros, mano. Súper agradecido nuevamente. Otro episodio, Acceso VIP. Y nos vemos por ahí. Y ya cuando volvamos, vamos a saber quién ganó
Supone.
la serie. We should know.
You should be able to know who won.
And we're not going to say who we think is going to win. We're just going to leave it at that. Nos vemos la próxima.
Check it out.
Thank you, man.